club promised me in the summer for a lot of promises and nothing. So far, I'm in the bench 3 games, so I can say that they keep the promise. And I said that many times before. I had a good relationship with the manager, and out of the sudden, we don't have any relationship. I don't know why. It seems to me, how I see it, it's someone doesn't want me in the club. It's not acceptable for me, to be fair. Like, I don't know why that's happening always to me. Like, I don't get it. I don't think I'm the problem. I have done so much for this club.
Brother, you don't defend.
I'm very disappointed.
I don't get why I get benched. How about you defend?
Very disappointed, to be fair.
How about you track back?
I've done so much for this club. Everybody can see that during the years, and especially last season. Sitting on the bench, I don't know why. Seems like a club is throwing me under the bus. That's how I felt it.
Whoa.
I feel it. I think it's very clear that someone wants me to get all the blame.
Whoa.
The club promised me in the summer for a lot of promises and nothing. So far, I'm in the bench 3 games, so I can say that they keep the promise. And I said that many times before. I had a good relationship with the manager, and out of the sudden, we don't have any relationship. I don't know why.
If you're enjoying the video and you want to check out the live, the best place to check out the lives is the Twitter community and the Discord. I suggest you join both, and I suggest you join both my Twitch and my Kick. Join my Twitch and my Kick. You can also get notifications when I'm going live from both of these channels, because I normally multi-stream. So make sure you follow the Twitch, make sure you join the communities, and let's get back to the video.
I spy with my little eye a rat scouser. Jamie Carragher, you have hit all-time lows with what you have said with Mo Salah. Now, I understand, right? I'm going to get very deep into this as I react to these clips and these tweets that I'm seeing here that are surfacing. I understand that Mo Salah, what he did was very unprofessional. But to take personal digs at a legend of Liverpool like this, unacceptable. Unacceptable. And let's just be honest, he's done way more for Liverpool than you ever have done in the 700 and something games you've played for them. But we didn't get into it. Before we get into it, I'm going to ask everyone who's watching this video to like the video, hype the video, and comment your thoughts on what Jimmy Carragher said. Do you agree with Carragher or do you disagree? Or is it somewhere in the middle where some things you agree, some things you disagree? It's probably going to be me. I'm a lot more nuanced than the average content creator. And we're going to get into it. Don't forget to subscribe. And let's get live. All right. So we're going to start it off with this. I think it's an 8-minute video of Carragher just going in on Mo Salah.
Jamie, you've had a couple of days to chew on this. What's your take on it?
I thought it was a disgrace, what he did after the game. Some people have painted it as an emotional outburst. I don't think it was. I think whenever Mo Salah stops in a mix zone, which he's done 4 times in 8 years at Liverpool, it's choreographed with him and his agent to cause maximum damage. 12 months ago, and I called him out on this show about it, and he played on the heartstrings of Liverpool supporters.
Wait, let me get the better version. Let me get the better version.
A very sad development for a club legend. Jamie, you've had a couple of days to chew on this. What's your take on it?
I thought it was a disgrace, what he did after the game. Some people have painted it as an emotional outburst. I don't think it was. I think whenever Mo Salah stops in a mix zone, which he's done 4 times in 8 years at Liverpool, it's choreographed with him and his agent to cause maximum damage and strengthen his own position. He did that 12 months ago, and I called him out on this show about it. And he played on the heartstrings of Liverpool supporters. Liverpool were top of the league. He'd scored the winning goal at Southampton. That was the time to come out and put pressure on the Liverpool ownership. So if the rest of the season you have banners in the crowd, give Mo his dough. He's chose this weekend to do this now. And He's waited, I think, for a bad result with Liverpool. You can see the last-minute goal. Liverpool supporters, managers, the manager, everyone involved with the club feels like they're in the gutter at the moment, and he's chose that time to go for the manager and maybe try and get him sacked. That's the way I felt about it. The one line that stands out for me is thrown under the bus. He's tried to throw the club under the bus twice in the last 12 months with the situations that I've just mentioned. Now, going after the owners initially, these are owners who've been paying him hundreds of thousands of pounds for 6 years. He's complained a year ago because they haven't given him a contract at the age of 32. More than entitled to do that. With the manager right now, he should be doing as much as he can to help the club get out the worst run of results they've had since the 1950s, and he hasn't done that. But when I've thought about it over the weekend, and I've put myself in Salah's position, or how I was as a player, I'm not Mo Salah. Mo Salah is a world-renowned player who was famous around the world. And should those players be treated differently? I think they should. I think they should be treated differently. And when you think of the players in that bracket over the last 8 years, I would say Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe.
Yeah. Hazard.
I wouldn't put Salah alongside them, but he's very close for what he's done for Liverpool. So a legendary figure. And all those players, I think, get privilege. Exactly the same one Mo Salah gets at Liverpool. He doesn't have to defend. He doesn't have to chase back.
That is true, yeah.
So that's the privilege he has with Liverpool. But when we're talking about throwing people under the bus, he's threw the Liverpool right back under the bus for 8 years. Can you imagine playing behind him for 8 years? But we accept it because he's a superstar and he scores 250 goals and he's given me, as a Liverpool supporter, some of the greatest nights of my life watching him and what he's done. And that's why we accept it. But also when you think of the ego of these type of players, Ronaldo, Messi, and
that's a good point he did made about the burden Trent has had compared to the burden that I believe is Robertson on the left back. Because what's his name? He used to come back and he used to track back. The African fella. Forgot his name. You guys could probably remind me in the comments. I forgot his name is actually slipping me right now. I'm gonna remember it soon. But he didn't have to track back, especially during the glory days with Klopp, where Liverpool was at its strongest, competing with City year in and year out. He would track back, man. He would help on defense. He would press. Mo Salah, he had like this too cool for school type of attitude, right? So we're gonna look at both sides of the fence here. We're gonna call out all the wrongdoings. I'm gonna be the judge today. I'm gonna be the judge, the footy judge. Shout out to footy judge Mo.
Happy, Mo Salah. I think they have a feeling that the success of a football club is down to them. Now, I have no problem with that because I think that drives them on to score more goals.
Sadio Mane, by the way, that's his name. He used to track back all the time and press.
And get more success, and it benefits Liverpool. It then becomes a problem when you're in a situation like this. And when Mo Salah's talking about how many goals he's scored, I've got more goals than anyone in the Premier League, what I did last season, he's always speaking about himself. One thing I just want to sort of remind Mo Salah, maybe his agent, is that before he come to Liverpool, Mo Salah was known as the guy who failed at Chelsea.
Oh.
That's just a fact.
Woo.
Fact. He'd never won a major trophy before he came to Liverpool. He's also the greatest player his country have ever had in Egypt. Egypt, in the African Cup of Nations, are the most successful nation. He's going there in a couple of weeks. Mo Salah's never won the AFCON. That is not me trying to put Mo Salah down as a player. I've just said he's one of the best players in the world in the last 8 years. Very few better. But what it tells Mo Salah and his agent is, it's not about an individual. You're wearing a big
Okay, so I think I'm starting to understand Jamie Carragher's point. What point he's trying to get across. It's not that he hates Mo Salah. I don't generally don't think he hates him. I think he's trying to remind Mo Salah that, hey, you're a human. It's not like you've been like the most amazing, the best player in the world who's unable to be criticized because he's just been so top. No, you've had your mishaps. You haven't won anything for Egypt. Before you came to Liverpool, you were a nobody. Interesting. Okay. At first I was I thought he was just, doing the Jamie Carragher thing,
Now, before you come to Liverpool, you haven't really won anything with Egypt anyway. And all that's telling you is, no matter how good a player you are, you need help from your teammates, your manager, and fans. And I think that's really important that he remembers that.
Not a bad thing that I'm hearing.
After the game there in the mix-up, all it's about is me.
You will be aware, Jamie, I'm sure as well, that there will be those listening to you speak passionately there that say that Jamie Carragher was always going to attack Mo Salah or criticize.
That's the thing. We all expect... Look at the smile, because he knows it. Jamie knows he's the guy that's known for, being not afraid to take the gloves off and come out swinging, right? But here's the thing, Jamie. What a lot of people have in terms of, when it comes to having a problem with you, it's what have you done to talk like this? It's not like you were the go-to guy in Liverpool's defense or the go-to guy for England. So we just look at you at times as the bitter guy who couldn't make it to that top level that always has something to say. That bitter uncle, that bitter grandpa. So I want you to answer that for us, Jamie Carragher.
Mo Salah tonight.
Yeah.
Mo Salah said it himself, didn't he, after the game? He said, Jamie Carragher will go for me again and again.
Have I ever criticised Mo Salah on the pitch?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, you said his legs had gone.
No, I don't class that as... that's something that happens to every player. That's not a criticism of him as a player. I've never criticised him for not working back. I've never criticised him when he's gone for games without scoring. I've never criticised him when he hasn't passed to someone when he should pass to people at times, because
he does that a lot.
Of the club, and what
he does that a lot.
You have to put up with certain bits. I think some of the criticism this season of Mo Salah has been excessive. I've said that publicly. But I will go after Mo Salah when he tries to throw my club under the bus off the pitch and just think about himself. So I certainly will do that. Now,
what do you think he should have done, Jamie, then?
What he should have done?
In terms of this season, in terms of how it's played out,
he's a good question.
He's such a proud guy. He's, as you say, he's got this huge ego. He's been left on the bench for 3 games.
OK, let's understand, number one, right, Arne Slot, right? Arne Slot, 3 games before this run of 3 games, has conceded 10 goals in 3 games. One of them against PSV, Salah was embarrassing in terms of challenge he puts in. He then goes to West Ham away. Nuno team, big on set pieces, OK? What do we need to do? We need to keep a clean sheet. That's all he cares about. What's the one thing you're going to do as a manager? You're going to take out the one player in your team who you've allowed not to defend, OK? So that happens. You play Sunderland at home. I would have played him, but it's understandable you keep the same team. OK? What's he do? He brings him on at half-time. You then go to the away game, OK? So West Ham away and Leeds away. Why would you bring him on when you're winning those games? You don't need a goal. You need not to concede. So if you bring Salah on, you bring on a guy who can't defend set pieces and who doesn't run back. But the one time I wanted to be really critical and I held back this season about Mo Salah on the pitch, as I said before, I've never been critical of him on the pitch. He is a legend of the club, right? His legacy is there. If he doesn't score another goal or make another assist for this club, I don't care. He's been amazing. Where he really let himself down in my eyes was this season in Frankfurt and another game where there's a guy who signed for Liverpool who needs a goal more.
I'm going to pause it right here, right? I'm going to ask you guys, right, for the Liverpool fans, what would you say, what would you do, first of all, if you were Slot as a Liverpool fan? And secondly, do you think that this criticism is over a little bit too much on Mo Salah? I don't think it's that crazy. I do believe what Mo Salah did in calling out Arne Slot for benching him was very unprofessional, right? It's like what Carragher just said. You're a very big defensive liability. And if you're not providing that offensive capability that you generally give and contribute to the team, which is being an elite offensive weapon for Liverpool Football Club, then I'm sorry, you're going to probably be the first guy on the chopping board when it comes to who has to go in terms of gaining stability, right? You're going to probably be the first guy. I don't think the Salah is wrong for making that decision. But here's the thing. If you're going to drop Mo Salah, you got to get the results. Has he been getting the results?
Instead of just being a great player for the club, be a great ambassador for the club and roll that ball to him for an easy tap-in and go over, give him a hug and a kiss and say, you know what, you're the guy who's going to take this Liverpool team forward. I don't need any more goals. I've seen Barnes at the end. I've seen Ian Rush at the end. I've seen Steven Gerrard at the end. Do you think they were the same players in the pomp? Of course they weren't. Do supporters think any differently of them now? When they see them, they say, no, you are the top 5 or 6 players to ever play for Liverpool. And the same will be said of Salah. So in terms of on the pitch, the one criticism I've got, help the other players, help Florian Wirtz, help Isak. Don't be obsessed with your own numbers. And don't, as I said, what he's done off the pitch, I think the club have made the right decision in terms of him not going abroad now. And whether he will play for Liverpool again, I don't know. I hope he does, because he's one of the greatest players we've ever had. But if you continue like that and statements like that, if he doesn't play, as I said, who cares?
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know, we all seen what Mo Salah said. I'm going to go back into it right here so we could see what he said. Mo, you've done it now. Well, I'm just going to show you guys what Twitter has been saying about this. Hater Central is not happy. Hater Central has created a hate post directly aimed at Jamie Carragher. As you can see, 768 matches, 3 goals, 7 own goals, and 0 PL titles. Finally decided to defend his own club. You can see that the biggest banter pages on football, they're not liking it. They're going straight for the jugular. You can see right under this link that he posted, he's posting a hate comp of Jamie Carragher. I'm not gonna play it because of copyright, but this is what's happening, right? So I'm gonna ask the fans again, Liverpool fans, how would you deal with this situation? This is a very important situation. This is a club legend coming out, and he is stating his grievances with the new manager who has been stinking it up in his second season. First season, amazing, got a PL. But second season slot has been doing second season slot things. So who do you think, if you had to make a decision, who goes? An older Mo Salah who is past his prime, or a Arnie Slot who is having a bad second season after you've spent $500 million in the transfer market, but you've won something in your first season? Who goes? Let me know in the comments. Me and your boy Jacob Joran. I am out.